I have got some fantastic news. In the last video you saw that the Blue Acara eggs were laid. They also went into little sort of wigglers just in a big clump at the bottom of the gravel. But guess what? I've come in this morning and they're kind of up. Last time I saw this happen, they were up everywhere with my other fish. With the Blue Acaras, they seem to just be hovering gently, but they're definitely free swimming. Okay, so here's the tank overall. Here's the two that haven't been involved. Well, one of them must be involved. And here is the, I think this is the female. Many were saying that they think it could be the male looking after the eggs. But the thing is, there's a big sunken belly right in front of the egg depositor thing, egg shooty thingy. So that suggests that all the eggs have come out of there, hence the skinny belly. But if we look down, hopefully this is all going to pick it up. It's very difficult. There we go, look. So you can see they're kind of swarming in there. This light isn't helping the flickering, is it? But you know, it's the best we can sort of do at the moment. Later on in the day, I think they're going to be right up. But at the moment, there you go, look. Hopefully you can see that. Shall I turn it up a bit? Oh, that's better. There we go. So you can see, yeah, they're sort of moving around. They're not got any height on them yet. I have seen the parent there picking some of them up with her mouth and spitting them back into the pile again. So look, just where those pectoral fins are, just to the side of them there, it's sunken right in, which suggests that's where the eggs were, and that's why it's sunken in. And that was the same, I've had that before with rams after they've laid eggs, so I'm assuming that's the case. I'm zooming right in here, guys, by the way. I'm not really close. Some people were worried last time about me, you know, getting too close to spook. There you go, you can see the belly there. Getting worried that I was getting too close and it could spook the parent and result in eggs being sort of swallowed, I guess. But, oh, I don't know what that is. Yeah, again, I'm not close. I've got a really long zoom lens on here. Well, no, I'm a meter away from the aquarium. So some people are also asking, why have we got algae so quickly in the aquarium? Now, this is because very shortly after I set it up, I came in like a day and a half later, and we already had the eggs down on the leaf. I didn't want to disturb anything, so I didn't do any water changes. And that's what happens when you've got a higher light. This is a medium level light, I'd say. It does pack a punch, especially onto that wood exactly below it there. So the thing is, I should have been doing daily water changes because it's a new setup. There was floating organics in the water and that sort of thing, but I didn't because I didn't want to disturb it. So this is what happens, guys, when you don't keep up with maintenance on a new tank. Now, this is all just diatom algae. Even the thread stuff is like brown, like diatoms. So it's not something I'm worried about at all. This will all come off in seconds, one clean up, and it's all going to be done. And I think I'm going to do that later on. I'll stay away from that area over there because, to be honest, it's completely clean down there anyway, so there's no need to go near it. If I just start cleaning everywhere else, and by clean, all I need to do is get my hose and just siphon it and just suck it all around the sort of edges, and this will be clean in no time at all. Guess what, guys? Hoodies are back in stock. So if you're looking to get a gift for someone for Christmas, or maybe for yourself, and they're into fish or the channel, then you can just click the link up at the top there. It'll take you to my site. We've got this one. This is the discus black and white. You can see that. We've got the coloured discus. We've got lots of other ones on there. This is the best selling one though. It's going to sell out fast, so make sure you get on there and get it. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel even more than just watching, which is enough by the way, then you can just purchase some merchandise. That's going to go towards some new projects I've got coming up soon. All's going to be revealed, but shed, okay? There's a clue, shed. Yeah, anyway, so click that link above or click the first link in the description to take you to the site where you can buy some cool merch. So a couple of weeks ago, guys, I set up the Harlequin Respora tank here. It got off to a terrible start, and that's because I accidentally left the light on for a week. That's the last time I've done that now. That will never be happening again. I had it on mode, not auto mode, which meant when I went home, I didn't know that it didn't go off. And I come in the morning, already on. Anyway, the plants grew quick, but so did the algae. And here is where we are now. We are in a much better place. Look, so there's not very much algae going on at all. So the substrate, look, all cleared up. Now that's not from me stirring or anything. It's just sort of sorted itself out just over time and maintenance and water changes, that kind of thing. We've still got some on the moss there, look, and some mulm and everything. So that'll be one of the jobs, is to cut that right back. And the other thing, the flow's basically being stopped because at the top here, look, the Rotala rotundifolia has grown right to the top of the water. So that needs trimming right back as well. We'll bring it right down low. It'll all grow again and it will increase the flow in the meantime, which will probably make the whole thing a lot better again. Now, there are fish in here, believe it or not. They always hide. Let me give them a tap. They know when I tap. It's going to be food time and they'll come forwards. Guys, you going to come around now? Come on. Any second. Come on. There we go.
There's one of them. The rest of you? Oh, he's tricked us. There's no food. Hello, good morning. Oh, let me get you some food now. Hang on. Right, come over here to the aquarium. Flake food. This is what I like to use. Big old pinch. Well, not too big. There's only a few fish in there. And then I'll just sprinkle it in the top like that. And at the back. Now these fish, the Harlequins, they only eat from the surface and as the stuff's falling. So if the food actually sits on the bottom, it stays there. I noticed that. I haven't noticed that before in other tanks because I've had other fish to sort anything out. So that'll be another contributor to the algae that was coming in here, because I think I was overfeeding, forgetting that obviously they're only little Harlequins, aren't they? Look how good they are. They're so good to feed. But yeah, so now I just do that small little pinch. They're going to finish up all of that. There's a little bit more floating on the surface. Plus, we're about to do some maintenance anyway, so any leftover, I can just hoover it all up. Well, not hoover, but vacuum. But yeah, it's strange. I've never noticed it before. The Harlequins like to go on the back and just hide there. But like I always say, it's their tank, so they can do. I'd maybe like to get something else to entice them to come out. Maybe some schooling fish, another schooling fish. Maybe the cories on the bottom would help as well, or something like that. It's definitely time to start adding a few more fish to this tank. There's no cleanup crew at all in here at the moment, so I'm doing it all myself, which I don't mind because it's quite easy, to be honest. I've not really had to do a huge amount apart from water changes and glass cleaning. Now is going to be the first trimming session as well. But the fish are looking so healthy still. Look at that. Look at the coloration on them. That one there specifically, he is so orange. I don't know why. Like, maybe it's the sort of dominant male of the group. Would that be the case? And then there's a subdominant somewhere as well. Oh yeah, remember guys, we've got two types of Harlequins here. We've got the lamb chop and we've got the Harlequin. Everyone always points it out each time in the comments. I think you'll find that you've got lamb chop respawning. Yes, I know. I put them both together. Why not? They look great. They school together as well. Like, they don't know that they're different. There's no prejudice between Harlequins, is there? Right, the first thing I'm going to do is give the glass a quick scrape down. Now, most of the time, like I'd say 95% of the time, don't know why 95%, but that's what I'm going with, I don't turn the filter off. Oh, look at that, look, see? Now that I'm doing this, cleaning this, wafting upwards, any bits of food and detritus getting lifted into the water column, but that means the filter can take it out for us. That's why I leave the filter running when I'm doing maintenance. I just find it helps just with the overall cleaning, especially if you're not doing a water change. Now, I'm not doing a water change on this one because it's had one quite recently. It's not required, and you just literally don't need to be doing them all the time unless your water testing suggests otherwise. Now, the water parameters in this tank at the moment are really, really good. Everything's getting balanced just nicely, so I'm gonna leave it as it is. There's no need to change too much. You'll just shock the system. Okay, glass is clean. Next job, I'm gonna trim that rotala just so I can see what I'm doing a little bit more, and it'll increase the flow in the tank straight away as we do more maintenance. Okay, looking good. Now the last thing I want to do is take out the sponge from the filter, give that a rinse out in dechlorinated water. I'll just use some other tank water, to be honest, and that'll be ready to go again. I've not actually cleaned the sponge since I set this up, so it's due for a good squeeze. That was about a month ago, wasn't it now? Something like that? Yeah, I think so. Okay, all things considered, I'd say that's pretty good. The sponge is basically clean. I mean, well, we're still squeezing off some stuff into that water, look, and now I can use this to water my plants as well. So just here is my asparagus plant. Stick some in there, there you go. And then this side we've got this massive monstera plant as well. Yes, have the water grow. Right, there we go, filter up and running again. That'll be crystal clear in no time. Now, with all the trimmings that we've got down here, I'll clump them up together, put them in a plant storage tank and reuse them because I don't want to put them back in that tank. It's already pretty crowded in their plants. It doesn't need like double the plants, does it?
Alright guys, it's now been nearly 12 hours since I came in this morning, and the fish are different again. They're changing so fast. Now they're up a lot more, going to different locations. The mother looks a little bit on edge as well, like, where's my children going? Right, here's where we're at. The rest of the tank's still the same. Down here though, we can have a look. Zoom, zoom, zoom. See that? Look, there we go, look, they're everywhere. They're sort of buzzing around. Mum, back there. I'm not close, remember. She's just hiding for some reason. I don't know, ready to protect at any moment. But this is great to see. We're already getting good success. Now, what do we say we need to feed them? They need feed. So what I've got is like a tiny little crushed flake, and I'm going to put it in some water with a pipette and just spot feed it in that exact location. There we go, so we've got all that tiny little flake in there, so I've got this pipette as well. I'm just going to suck it all up, making sure I'm getting the bulk of it all. There we go. And now I've got pure nectar inside this little bulby thingy, squeezy jobby. Right, now look, I can specifically, look at that lot there, target feed it in that area. Look at that, it's coming down, perfect. Oh, that's working a treat, look. I'm going to have to make sure though that I feed the others as well, because they're all going to get a little bit confused. There we go, mother's a bit confused as well, but I'm helping you all. Don't worry about it, it's all good, there you go. And I mean, right now we've got no chance of seeing any action or them eating that. I can't even focus because it's just on the foreground. But yeah, these guys are going to sense this food in the water, and they're going to be wondering where their food is, so let's feed them as well. Okay guys, I got it here, don't be scared. Up the top. I just like to break off a chunk and I place it near the top and they know to come forward. There we go. Whoa, got it. That's good to see. Right, so we're keeping them nicely fed, so they shouldn't be worried about going in that bottom corner. I'm going to lay another chunk like I just did down here for mother as well in this section to make sure she's getting fed, unless she's going to see that. Maybe she'll see that. You interested? No, she's not going away. That's too far away, she's saying, for the kids. Oh no, saying that, but she's edging. Go on, go and take, no, it's too far, especially she can see that this other one's right there. That's okay, I'll give her some. Right, plonk that camera down. I've got a nice little chunk in my hand here. It should fall nicely in that section. It's going down, it's going down, it's going down. Boom, she got it. Yes, perfect. Just what I wanted to see. That's so cool. Right, that's all the fish fed. They should all be happy as well. There you go, she's really getting a good munch on that. Right, back into her area. She's safe. The other fish are floating around everywhere. I think tomorrow I'm going to give this whole thing a clean up. Just go over it with a pipe, get it looking a bit better again. We've got tons of floating plants. These guys, what I put in there has like quadrupled in a space of a week, but that is what I wanted it to do, so we can export the nitrates. Basically, they've used nitrates to grow and then we can remove them. Awesome. So it's now day 2 since the babies started free swimming. Did they survive the night? Are they still alive? What's going on? Let's look. Look at this. The babies now are swimming so well. Look, they're all up in this corner and just doing what they like. Mum's just darted back a little bit there. And where's the other guys? So they're over there waiting for another feed. Guys, I've just got in here. Can you give me a minute? It's 6 AM by the way, guys. So yeah, the lights have been on for an hour. Everyone's coloured up. In fact, the tank looks to be sort of starting to balance itself out, because I'm noticing that there's less algae on this substrate than there was yesterday. Not by a lot, but you know, I can notice it. There we go, Mum's back here again, just protecting her young. So yeah, 2 days in of the free swimming babies. Looks to be all of them still there. Look at that at the back as well, you can see. There's just absolutely hundreds of them in there. I think we're going to have good success with this. I kind of feel like if they're going to get picked off, there would have been an attempt at least already, wouldn't there? Such a big tank for these small free fish. They will get bigger, don't get me wrong, but you know, such a big tank for at the moment, it's almost like we've got so much space. I guess time will tell. It might be the case of when they start doing their own thing and swimming away from mum, that's when they might get picked off later on. But then, you know, there's hundreds of them, so surely some are going to survive. I hope they do anyway, because I'd really like to see that. Now, the strongest, fittest and smartest will survive in this tank and, you know, pass on the genetics and just another fish to my list of fish that I've bred so far. So it's not that big of a list, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Hello. Oh, you're stunning. Stunning fish, aren't you?
Some of the best looking fish I've ever kept, actually. Don't get me wrong, I love my discus, but there's something about this, you know, orange that goes along the top, contrasting beautifully with the blue. Absolutely love them.
So if you remember recently, I added another ram to the ram tank, the dirted tank. So I had the golden ram, I added the German blue female in there. So far, everything's gone really good. And I'm seeing the ram way more often as well. In the old setup, I never saw her. She was always hidden. In this one, she comes to the front all the time. And what's the betting that I can't find her now?
And there she is. Oh, all good. Well, not good. Just as I come on, there's sort of a little bit of fighting going on. Any good? Right, look how pink her belly is. That means that she's in sort of breeding mode, and that sort of explains the aggression, to be honest. It wasn't real aggression, look, it's just a little bit of a nip or whatever it was, and then, you know, they're back to doing their own thing again. So since I did a hack back as well on this, all the plants are growing back so nice. That is Rotala HR. It's just getting to the point where it's high enough for the light to start making it go red. So just below it, look, it's got more greens, but it's about to go really, really red, along with the Rotala macrandra as well. That's, see there? So you got browny greens, and then right here, boom, all the way up the top now, it'll just go bright, bright red because it's closer to the light. A lot of people ask me, how do I get my plants red without CO2? Well, I've found that CO2 isn't really a contributing factor to plants being red. It's more about light intensity and something to do with, is it a lack of iron or something? There's a lack of something in the system that oh look, there's the female again. Right, come on then, behave each other. Behave. Well, that was short-lived, wasn't it? Okay, maybe they aren't getting on, but they're not fighting. Anyway, she's not ready for laying eggs yet because her belly, not her, that's not her, that's the him, but the female's not ready for laying eggs yet because her belly isn't swollen at all. So hopefully that'll happen soon, and then you can always tell when she's laid some eggs because the belly goes sort of concaved underneath afterwards. Really looking forward to that as well. There we go, look, see? So underneath where the pinkness is. Oh, come on, just calm down, guys. Pack it in. It's you little fireball. Yeah, I don't think it'll be long. Something will happen. We'll get a pairing up. There's plenty of space in this tank, though, for those two to just do. Did he just rip up a bit of Monte Carlo? How dare you? This guy's a little monster. You know, like I say, there's plenty of space in this tank, though, for them to coexist. There's tons of hiding spaces all around the back. The whole section around the back is like a labyrinth of tunnels and everything. So that's why it's absolutely fine in this size tank, 2 foot, this is 60 centimeters, to have both the rams in there, even if they weren't to get along. But I think we'll be absolutely fine. It's completely normal to see like a sort of pecking order and a slight bit of aggression between the two of them. There we go, look, the standoff. I don't think he's seen her. Yeah, he's seen her. Okay, she moves away. He just, yeah, it's not real bad, is it? He doesn't continue to chase. He's just saying that, like, this is my area. We're all good. Oh, I literally just had to grab the camera out and come down here. Look at them all. So many right now. They've all come to this section here. Mum's picking them up in her mouth, and then she's spitting them back out again, back in this pile if they go too far. Like, look, see they're straying over there? And she's like, come back. She's watching me actually at the moment, but she goes over there, she picks them up. She's also watching a top look because there's danger lurking. There we go, she's going out there. So they know to stay close to her. It's so clever, isn't it, watching how these fish work. But they're starting to do their own thing a little bit more, and she's like an angry mum. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, the longer you look, the more you can see. Look at that lot. There's so many here. I mean, it makes sense in the wild. The more babies you have, the more you increase the chance of survival, don't you? So I can understand why there'd be so many. There's got to be like several hundred at least. But you can see her there in the background. Look, she's going around picking some up in her mouth, and she'll come over and spit them into this pile. She's gonna spit. Yeah, there you go. Oh, she just did it then. Yeah, see, so she's collecting them up, rounding them up. It's so clever. I absolutely love seeing it. I mean, this is the most amount of babies I've ever seen in one go, so I'm really pleased with it. Look at them all. Wow, there we go. That's so good. Sorry if I keep repeating myself, but this is all new to me, and I'm observing it for the first time with this fish. I mean, I did see similar behaviour with the crebensis, but even then, I don't know, this one just seems to be on it. Clever girl. Really clever girl.
Clever girl. So this has been a really exciting video, guys. Thanks for watching it with me. Lots of exciting things going on, isn't there? I'm going to carry on with this, keep up with the vlogging of what's going on, keep you updated regularly. So if you aren't subscribed with the bell on, do it now, click the like and all that stuff. I'm going to see you on the next one.